Hello everyone, my name is Katie Bunny and welcome to the channel. Today, we're going to be doing something a little different than normal, something new that I'm trying out. This is Minecraft 101, and for that, we need to jump on in. This episode, we are going to be going over the basics, your day one. And for that, day one, you gotta punch a tree. I know it doesn't make a lot of sense why you would punch the tree, because you'd think that would hurt. But your character has the strongest hands known to Minecraft humankind. I don't think we've ever gotten a 100% answer as to whether or not the Minecraft people are human or not. Anywho, that existential crisis aside, in order to be a kind Minecraft player, you have to mine all of the blocks of wood. Because if there is a block of wood touching a leaf block, it will not despawn. And in fact, all of the leaves attached to that leaf will not despawn either. So for example, these ones should start to decay and this one won't. So you've got your wood, now what? How do you start building with it? Well, you're going to go ahead and hit E on your keyboard. This is going to bring you into your inventory. This here is your hotbar, and as you can see, it is mirrored here. Now you're going to grab those oak logs and put them in this tiny crafting thing here to get oak planks to show up here. What you're going to want to do is hit shift and click those oak planks. That'll turn all of those logs into planks. Now we're going to create what's called a crafting bench by putting one piece of oak plank in each of those 4 little squares. Because you're going to want to craft things that are bigger than 4x4. In order to get out of your inventory, you can hit E or escape. And what we're going to do next is scroll over to the crafting table using your scroll wheel, or you can actually just hit number key 9. So the inventory slots are numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, which is a helpful way to quickly get things. So in order to put that down, I selected it and then hit the right mouse button. Now to use it, I'm going to do the same thing. Hit the right mouse button. And you see that crafting thing has now turned into a 3x3. Now this book here, if you click on it, it's going to give you recipes that you can craft. So this is really good if you don't know the recipe for something that you're crafting. So for example, you want to make sticks. So you hit that, and it'll actually show you the 2 planks there in order to make sticks. Now, why do we need sticks? Well, if you look up here, there's new recipes to unlock. And along here are those recipes. You can also craft by placing in items like that. And once it's done, once you have it set up, you can grab that piece right there. Something else you can do is you can actually drag the blocks across. So let's say making an axe. You hold on the right mouse button with the inventory item, and it autofills those. Now let's say we wanted to use all of these blocks to make something. You would hit the left key and drag it along, and it will evenly distribute those blocks through each of the available squares, or each of the squares you go over. To grab the whole stack, you can shift and click, or you can just individually click them. So now you would be able to just put one down at a time and grab that. We need more sticks here. A shovel looks like that. A hoe looks like that, and we'll get into what that's for later. And last but not least, a sword. Now you can change this up to look however you want. There's no right or wrong way to set up your hotbar. But now we're going to look into things that you can use the tools for. You've got them, so now how do you use them? There's some logic to it. Things like wood will be broken with an axe. Things like dirt will be broken with a shovel. Gravel is also something you'll use a shovel for. A along with sand. So those are 3 things you can use the shovel for. In the world, you'll see all kinds of creatures. Some are easier to find than others, and attacking them will generally give you things. So for example, those were fish. You can either fish to catch them, or you can attack them. I have another video that I'll be posting about the mobs and animals in the world, what's edible and what's not, so stay tuned for that. But today's just the basics. So we've gotten our wood tools. Now what? We have to find stone. And for that, we can either dig right down or we can go looking for a cave. So I searched around the island a little bit and could not find a cave. So that means we have to go ahead and dig our own mine. At first, we have grass here, so we're gonna dig down. A lot of people will tell you that the first rule of Minecraft is never dig straight down. The reason for that is you could dig straight into lava. And if you die in lava, all of your things disappear. And we don't want that. So when digging down, you want to make sure you have a 3-block tunnel. And this is because in order to drop down, you need a 2-block space, because that's the height of your character. So now we've reached stone. What does that mean for us? We now have to switch over to the pickaxe to dig any further. And again, we want to make those 3 blocks. Now, Katie Bunny, there's other stone? Yes. There's going to be plenty of different types of stones and ores that you'll find, but I'll go over that in a different video. This is just the basics. So now you've got your stone, just like you did with the wood, we're going to go ahead and place the items to craft. And something I will show you is if you right-click on a stack of items, which is a group of items, it'll actually split them in half. So we're going to make a stone pickaxe, a stone axe. We only have enough stone for that for now. So we're going to go back into the mine to get more stone. You'll notice this pick is going to move a lot faster than the last one did. So at this point, it's getting pretty dark, isn't it? In order to brighten this up, we're going to need torches. For that, we're going to need coal. What I recommend is that we just dig off to the side here until we have enough cobble to make more things. This here is one of those ores that I was talking about. This one's called copper. You can break it with your stone pickaxe. Now, copper's not good for many tools, but you can build a lot of different things with it. Again, we're going to place that crafting table, and I'm going to show you a new item that we haven't crafted yet. This is called a furnace. Placing this on the ground just like you would a crafting table, and opening it just like you would a crafting table, you can use the furnace to do many things. So you need to put something in the top, and anything you put in the bottom will be fuel to cook or smelt anything in the top. So here, this fish now becomes cooked fish, or the raw copper now becomes a copper ingot. And in order to pick this up, you want to use a pickaxe because it's made of stone, and this one's made of wood. That's why we use the regular axe. Let's say you've been mining for a bit and you haven't found any coal at all. How are you going to make torches? Simple. You're going to make sure that you have a log. These guys here are monsters. These are skeletons, and they can shoot you with their bows. And you can see I've got quite a few arrows in me, and if you look down below, I'm missing some health and some food. So if I go ahead and eat the fish I caught, you'll see I don't have enough. You can also eat the raw fish, but it won't give you as much health. And we need to make sure that food bar is full in order for our health to be regained. This cow here is another one of those animals that you can eat, just like in real life. You're gonna have to look at it while you kill it. And so not everybody can do that. So you'll notice that when I killed it, I got leather and raw beef. Now you can eat the raw beef, and it gives you some health, but cooked beef gives you much better. That leather we can use for crafting later on. Now back to making torches. We want to make sure that we have oak logs, or any logs really, and some kind of fuel source. So you're going to put that furnace down, and in the bottom you're going to put the oak planks, and in the top you're going to put the oak logs. Now this is important. It has to be logs on top, otherwise this will not work. Doing this will get you charcoal, and charcoal is used just like coal to craft torches. Now if we go back into our mine, we can go ahead and place those torches so we can see better and keep mining. Now that torch won't let you see completely down all the way. Just like in real life, it's got a certain distance that it covers, so you'll have to keep placing it every once in a while. But why are we digging down? We're going to be looking for iron ore and diamonds, but those will be in another video. This is just how to get started. Next thing you want to do is build a house. Sometimes all you have is dirt or cobble, but it's important to get something down in the beginning. Sometimes your first house is going to be a mixture of resources. Here I've got some dirt and some cobble that I had laying around in my inventory, but that's just how it goes in the beginning. Now we're going to create something new. Every house needs to have a door. So you put 6 planks like this, and it gives you 3 doors. We'll get back to what just dropped in a second, but in terms of doors, they're unique. If you place it on this side, it'll be flush with the wall. But if you place it from this side, you'll have a bit of an entrance. Now to open a door, you're going to right click on it and right click to close. This will keep the mobs out during the night, allowing you to be safe during the first couple days, because when it starts to get dark, that's when the mobs are going to start spawning. So how do you stay even safer? One of the ways is you're going to find some sheep, and you're going to have to kill them. You're going to want to kill about 3 sheep for this, because you're looking to get their wool. Don't worry, there's plenty of sheep in the world. And there are more humane ways to get this later on, but for now, this is going to be your best bet. 2, and here's the 3rd. Now let's run back to our house quickly before the mobs start spawning. One more thing, in order to run, you're going to press forward the W key and Control. If you wanted to sneak, you could press Shift. So we're going to head on in to our lovely safe house, and I'm going to place down 2 things. Don't worry about that sound for now. Now we've got our 3 pieces of wool, so you're going to put them across there and grab 3 planks to make a bed. Now the bed's going to be whatever color of wool you use, but that's something we'll get to again later. Sleeping in a bed does 2 things. It allows you to wake up free of mobs, but it also sets your spawn. So this is where you're going to spawn if you die. That's why I made sure that we set up our furnace and our crafting table here. Now, you've got a lot of items. Do you just have to keep them in your inventory forever? You don't. We're going to go ahead and grab planks and put them in a circle with a hole in the middle to create a chest. You're going to place it just like everything else, and in order to use it, same thing. Now, here you can start putting your things in. You can either put them in one by one, or you can hit Shift and click an item to make it go all the way into the chest. Now we're going to put the button in, and just like the chest, you can click Shift and click it. But something we're going to do different this time is actually Shift click our wooden tools. They can be used for fuel for the furnace. Stone tools cannot be used for fuel. And in order to put that cooked mutton in my inventory, I can Shift click it as well. In order to eat it, you're going to just right click and hold. But I told you we get back to these. So those are seeds, and you get them by breaking grass, and they'll just drop like that. You can use anything to break the grass, and it'll all drop seeds at the same rate. Now, in order to plant them, you do need a hoe, and you also need water nearby. So we're going to go over here to this patch of grass that's connected to the water. After we find a place, we're going to hover over a block and right click. This is going to create farmland. Farmland has to be connected to water, and it can only travel 4 blocks. Otherwise, even though it's tilled, it's going to dry right out and return back to dirt. Now, in order to plant these, you're going to select them and right click over top of the plots of farmland, and you're going to have to wait. But that'll create wheat, something you can eat. I think I've pretty much covered the basics for now, so I'm going to leave it here for today, and I'll catch you in the next episode for even more things about Minecraft.